Oh, I tell you what, I'm not going to make that mistake ever again. We're sort of heading into week 4 now of the renovation project, and I poisoned myself last night, and oh my god, have I suffered overnight for it. Stupid bloody idiot me. But so I've been drinking lots of water, and I know it's not beer. I haven't got a fridge here, can't keep it cold, but when you're working hard and sweating and there's no air conditioning, all that sort of stuff, you've got to keep replacing the fluids. And then I made a stupid mistake while I was drilling the diamond drill in the new bathroom, and I'll take you in there in a few minutes and give you a look. To keep the diamond drill from getting overheated, I just drill a little hole in a bottle cap, and you just like squirt a bit of water into the hole. Easy, right? Muzzer, don't use the same bottle that you're drinking out of, or the same type of bottle. At least take the label off or something. God, I tell you what, I was so thirsty last night. I just ripped the lid off. There was 2 bottles sitting left on the counter. Ripped the lid off, just sculled it. Got halfway through the bottle, like there it is. It's just down to the bottom of the ladle, and went, oh, that doesn't taste good. I should have probably vomited up right there on the spot. I didn't. I just wolfed the other bottle down, the one that I thought was the full one. Oh, so my drinking water is not drinkable. Oh, and I've spent nearly the whole night sitting on the bog in my old house, the one that doesn't flush. Need I say more? Sitting on the toilet, just running like a tap. Oh my god, it stink. Sorry about the details, but if I gotta suffer, you gotta suffer just a little bit with me. Oh my god. So I've taken some Intra-Stop, and I've taken some Norit, that's like charcoal tablets, and it's settled down a little bit at the moment. It's not Bali belly, it's just my tummy reacting violently to the crap that's in the water here. But I tell you what, it's made me absolutely 100% convinced I'm going to go with this ultra filtration. Now, thank God Steve's come to the rescue, because he's going to help put one in the next week or so. So how it works, right, here's my bore. We put the brand new pump in the other week. Well, I just took the lid off so I can show you. You can even see that water if you look. I don't know what I was thinking. It was late at night, I've been working, I had sweat in my eyes. So what they do is that they break into the outline of the pump, and they're going to put a big wall filter on the wall at the side here, so we can lift the lid up, still get to it. It's got a CO2 chemical squirter, like a little injector. And every few litres, I don't know how it works, it's just a little tiny mist that they inject into your water system, and it clears and sanitises water. It also goes through an ultra fine filtration system, and it takes down a point something of a micron, absolutely tiny purifying water particles. So look, I've heard you can literally go to the toilet down the hole and then drink it. I wouldn't. When I go to the toilet, jeez. But it's that good that it'll take almost 100% of anything out. It'll take your heavy minerals. I've had a couple of people say you can't drink the water in Bali from the ground. It's got magnesium, mercury and fish guts and God knows what else. Yes, it does. And guess what? I had a horrible experience today myself with just how stupid that is. But what you can do is you can put these ultrafiltration systems on, and they're gonna and it's gonna help to purify that water. And they do it for massive resorts, they do it for fish farms, they do it like for big industrial uses, but they also do it for domestic uses. If you're thinking of building a house in Bali, or you're living in Bali and you want to do this, I'm only renting this place, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that stuff with me when I go, because hopefully by the time I'm finished renting this in about 5 years time, I'll be ready to build my own place or buy my own place. Maybe not, but that's the plan. So I can always unplug it, take it with me. Bob's your uncle. I just want you to know that things are going okay. Look, I'm just stoked with the progress of the house. We've got all this mess getting cleaned up this week. because the guy needs to get access to the pump, and that's all happening. I've got a big open veranda here. It's like a garage, but there's also 600 vehicles coming down that lane. Or 600, it's actually quite quiet. But there's vehicles coming down that shine straight into my bedroom, and I want a little bit of privacy. So this week my mission is going to be, I'm going to put a big gate across there, and maybe a decent one on that side as well. This is technically our place as well, but the neighbours like to use this as a car park, and you know what, I don't mind that for now, see fun. It's always good to keep up a good neighbour, but if I just take it off inside here, excuse me, I'll just get in through the old security system. So I'm not going to paint the outside of the house just yet, because quite honestly, money is very tight at the moment, and we've got to prioritise. I really want to start getting back up to the mountain and start doing some food drops, and we sort of can't do it while we're in the middle of this. So I really want to push on with this, get it done as much as we can. We're going to clean up the outside, but at the moment it's critical we get in the inside, we move out of where we are, so I can have a toilet with a button on the top and I don't have to sit there with a hand bucket and just ladle it out. It's just not pretty. But hey, the good news is we've selected our colour scheme. So we're probably going to do cream walls on the outside, and on the inside we're going for a nice cooling light green. Now, I don't know if you're going to see it well, maybe I'll get in here and turn the light on first. But, let me see. There we go. So, if you've got an old door that's delaminating, this guy gets here, put a new skin on it, good as new. Patience like I have got. Look, I want to show you something, look. So, that's the colour scheme we're looking at. We're going to the new kitchen to be. So we're sort of going on the feature walls, it's like nearly a blackboard sort of green, and then a really light green for cabinets and detail, with some whitewashed cabinet doors and stuff. So these walls, most of the house will be this light green colour, and just a bit of detail. It'll go nicely with the brown doors. It'll also go nicely, I like that little bit of detail. I just did that just for effect. So we'll only have a couple of these dark green walls, but that's just a bold green's a nice cooling colour. Check this out, I'm so happy. Nearly finished now. Look at that. So we've got our shower. We'll have our light green up the top here. We've got our gas hose going down there. That's all up and running now. So if I turn the shower on, that automatically comes up to its prescribed temperature. And there we go. Now for you guys that haven't ever lived in Bali without a dunny or without a flushing toilet, there's two things we've done. Right, we've got the old hose. That's used, for those who don't know, that's used to wash them up. So it's got a fair pressure on it too, but 90% of the people in Bali would use that. Right, you don't use toilet paper generally here. Now, I've got a big septic tank and it's not far from here, so it's probably not going to clog the pipes up. But once you're used to using the bum gun, as I call it, it's pretty good. But hey, there it is. Hey, how's that? The simplest things in life and the bits that excite me the most. We've got a little higher skylight up there as well. So that'll be nice. We'll just clean up all this. When they paint, they'll sand all that back, and I've got a workable, practical bathroom. I've got a shower down here, I've got a little lip there, and a runoff comes over here. And for a small space, it's a really, really good use of it. It's practical. The shower doesn't get the toilet wet. If it does, I'm going to put a little bit of a splash screen or something up there if I need to. And probably an extraction fan, because it's a little bit stuffy in there. So all the ceilings just need sanding back before we paint. That's going to be the same green as the kitchen one over there, and then probably all of these in the lighter green colour. I've also decided a bit of a debate about these vents, because above all the doors and windows, you've got these beautiful old-fashioned vents. Now, in theory, if you got a couple of ceiling fans in the lounge room now in the kitchen, moving the air around, it'll save you a lot of money compared to putting air conditioning on and keeping all the doors closed. And I like it's breezy. Big high ceilings, it means it's not terribly hot in there. So the bedroom's a little bit more stuffy. I might end up just having a small one in the bedroom, and I'm hoping I can get away without having too many air conditioning units and just keep some fans and that slowly just circulating the air. So what I'm trying to think about doing is on those vents over the top of the doors and windows is put like a little flap, so I can shut the flap if I want to put the air conditioning on, and then open it and just keep the natural breeze and use the Bali style air conditioning, which is just leave the door open and and the vents, because they've all got these beautiful vents and they're lovely. But I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to the hot. On the really hot days, I'm acclimatising to it a lot, but yeah, on a terrible day or a really humid day, you just want to dry off. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. We'll make some flaps up, we'll paint them up so it looks nice. I really want to keep the features of the house, the original features, and just try and work it. So look, people are saying when we're moving in, what's the each? Now we've actually started moving in already. We've got some furniture and some bits and pieces that we've managed to bring over from the old house. I've got some suitcases and some clothes and stuff like that we've started bringing up there. There's some toys and some medical supplies and that for the kids. So we've started to move some of the stuff that we're not using at the moment in, but we've still got a few little bits and pieces to do. These back rooms are great because they give us a little bit of locked storage and somewhere just to sort of prepare. But it's probably going to be about another 3 weeks, I think, by the time from now we get it in, if we can get all the painting and all the rest of the stuff done in time. So, and then we've got Nyepi, and Nyepi's New Year's Eve or New Year's Day here in Bali. That's the silent day, which is a whole day of there's no power tools, there's no hammering and noisy stuff. It's dead quiet. You can't make a noise. You can't have lights on at night time showing outside and all that sort of stuff. And it's quite I did a vlog the other week about Nyepi, and Nyepi, Nyepi, and it's the Balinese New Year. It's very fascinating. I'm going to go to one of the local villages with my mate Agungna tattooist. His village is not far from here in Denpasar, and go through all of the ogo, the big demonic sort of effigy that they burn, and they have a huge big ceremonial day. It's going to be quite interesting because not speaking the language, I'm not going to understand a lot of the context, and my guides will be busy doing this stuff. But I'm really looking forward to understanding and sort of getting into the culture a little bit more. I've got my little kitchen here for Fee. Now Fee runs a cafeteria in a local high school, and I've made a little outdoor kitchen for her. We've got some benches and stuff that we're going to get put under there. I'll get some plywood and stuff for her, and we've got a hose pipe there, so we'll bring a tap up so she can have just a wash down hose, and this will be a nice outdoor kitchen for her. It's open to the outdoor air, and this will give her a chance to prepare and do all the preliminary work for the kitchen. She goes through about up to 5 kilos of chicken a day, and by the time she bones all that out, and by the time she washes it down, cuts it up, and boils it away, we'll have a stove in the middle here, and plenty of places for pots and pans, and give her a nice bit of organisation. It keeps all the cooking smells and all the heat and the steam and stuff out of the house. It's very, very common over here. They'll have an outdoor kitchen. We've had a little tiny outdoor kitchen where we've been living, so we're just going to move a fair bit of that to here. That'll be her commercial kitchen, and then the one I've got inside with the green wall, that's going to be my little, I love to cook, so that'll be my little contribution, and we'll have a separate, completely separate one, just with a nice gas stove and microwave and all the stuff. Normally, look, up until a few months ago, I didn't even have an oven here. We've been cooking everything on 2 gas burners, and it's hard. You can't do cheese on toast on a gas burner. So the simple little things that I really miss, like cheese on toast, are going to be fantastic to be able to do here in a proper fridge. I don't know when the kitchen's going to be finished, because to be honest, that's money that I don't need. I can survive like we are at the moment with a little outdoor kitchen. But it's all coming together. It's just magic. The locals have been so helpful. The people ask me about the cost of doing stuff. Right, so we've been quoted. I've got 3 rooms behind me. These small rooms here. Right, now I've got the gyprock is going in here, and that's going to be sealed up shortly. And then they're going to paint the walls. We're going to do a little bit more scraping to do, and they're going to fully paint the inside. A bit of paint here in the outdoor kitchen, and then most of the rest of the stuff inside the main house. To paint, to sand back, to fill all of the nail holes and all the other bits and pieces in the whole inside part of the house and these back rooms is about, I think in Australian dollars, about $800 plus paint. So I've got some of the paint already. I bought 25 kilos of ceiling paint. The paint's pretty cheap. And look, to be honest, the amount of labour that's going to go into sanding and filling and scraping and all that sort of stuff, it's going to cause, these guys are just amazing. I've never seen contractors and people like that have are just so diligent, so economical with their materials, and we do it on a fixed contract. You can either do pay by the hour, that's a good way to get done, or you can have a fixed price up front and do a contract, and that's going to be well, the fixed price up front. You know what you are for. I don't care how long it takes. They can put as many people in here as they want to get it all done, and that's that. I finally decided I'm going to use tiles for the main kitchen, because they work so well here. Now these are just big 600 granite, sort of like a marble look tile. I might go for something a little bit nicer. I don't know, these ones are pretty good, but if I go for the 120 long ones, these are only 600 or 600. If I go for the longer ones, it won't give me joins. And I'm going to try, I'm just trying to be a little bit smart here with money, and also with my options, because I'm only renting and I don't want to go and spend $1 million on a kitchen that I'm either going to leave here in place when I go, or that I can't sell to someone else. So in my little kitchen area here, we've sort of planned it out a little bit. I've got some tape where the stove's going to go on the bench and the fridge goes up here, and so we can organise the power. But I've worked out if I can do benches in 120, if I do a 120 bench to there, one piece of the marble, the stove goes to here, another 120 bench to there, and another 120 bench and a sink, and that goes to that side. It means I can get the whole thing done without having to cut too many of these big tiles, and I reckon it'll look really good. So I'm going to go with that, and the good thing with that is those will be bolted to the wall, but I can easily just unbolt them, and if I want to, take them with me, or sell them to the owner as is in situ, or I can sell them off to someone else. So that's my plan. I'm going to be here for a good 5 years. I'm going to try and get the owner coming around next few days just to try and negotiate. I just want to see the progress of the place and see how it's looking. I'm chuffed about how good this looks. Fee was a bit worried about the darker colours, but now that we've seen it up on the wall and we've seen the contrast between the light green and the white and stuff, it's going to look beautiful, I think. I want to thank everyone that's encouraged me. Here he goes. That's how you fix a door. All the shims, takes all the screws. Margus. Oh God, he works hard. But I just want to thank everyone for your encouragement. It's been a bit of a project, and it's been interesting. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving the challenge. I'm not whinging when I say, oh, bloody bunnies, or whatever, because it's just part of the journey. I guess I'm figuring that you guys, if you'd come over here and this was your first time doing it, then you'd have the same head scratchings as me. And I'm keeping that short so you can't see how grey I'm getting. It's certainly, it can get the better of you if you get to it. Some days are diamonds, as they say, and some days just leave you. just leave you scratching going, what the hell was I thinking? But today, I poisoned myself last night. I paid for it this morning. I haven't slept terribly well. Oh, a little thing. My little puppy we got a few weeks ago. It's going really well. On and off its food a couple of times. We've had a bit of a change of milk and formula and stuff. It had a bit of diarrhea, and it wasn't doing too well. So we changed the milk formula. It slowed it down, but now it's gone the other way. So I might go back to the first milk powder. I don't know. It's a bit of a balancing act. She's going really well though. She's sucking on a bottle and sleeps most of the day. I could make a comment, but I won't. But so that's where that little puppy is. She's going well, little Chino. It keeps you up. She's actually sleeping half the nights now. So if you give her a late night feed, she doesn't wake up until Fee gets up first thing in the morning. And poor Fee wakes up at 9 o'clock. At 4 o'clock in the morning to get ready for school and start cooking all the nasi goreng. So here we are, guys. Lots to do. Still, the major stuff is done now. The interior is together. We've got some paint. I've got to go get some more. I've got some wood paneling coming over. It's going to be steel. This gate here is going to be steel with some nice wood vertical panels. And we'll just keep getting at it. I can't wait for this water filtration. I want to be able to drink the water in Bali, and if it can be done, I'll tell you what. Not that I'm skeptical, but it's such a huge thing for someone that lives in Bali. You've got bottled water. We've got 2 lots of bottled water at home. We've got the good bottled water that you drink. We've got the other bottled water, the cheaper stuff that you just use to cook and flush stuff in or whatever. So I want to be able to drink out of the tap, and I'm going to test it before I try it again, because my last experience wasn't real good. You can do a local test like we did at Steve's place the other day, or you can send it off to the lab, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send a bottle off and have it come back, and if they say it's 100% drinkable and it tastes all right, it's got no smell, it's a bit horrible at the moment. Oh, looking forward to it. So there we go. That's today's update. Hope you enjoyed it. Plenty more to come. I'm hoping to move by the end of the month. Yeah, let's put it down to the end of March. Sooner the better, but it depends on how much time they spend getting all the rest of the next few little bits and pieces. The painting's going to be pretty critical. You don't want to be moving and having furniture in a house and getting paint all over the place and stuff. So, and the smells and that. And then, yeah, there we are. Hey, love your work. Thanks for following me. Please, if you have been watching me and you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button at the end, because it does help Google to let people know that what I'm doing. And it also encourages me to keep doing it. It means that I'm doing something that people enjoy watching. And we've got a heap more videos that I've been doing in the last couple of days. We've been out busy doing some more vlogs, so I've got some tours that I've organised. We had some fun on ATVs on the weekend. Got to get back into doing that. I've got to sort of try and balance my time between sitting on a toilet. If I took my editing computer to the bathroom, there's the thought. Hey guys, I better go. See ya.